Phantom of the Opera is here on my face. This tutorial is based on my own personal female twist on Phantom of the Opera, so let's get started. Part 1. The Mask. First things first, need a white shirt, bobby pins, petroleum jelly, and plaster wrap and scissors. Make sure you pin your hair out of the way as best as you can. Then you're going to take the petroleum jelly and coat your face, your hairline, and your eyebrows. Everywhere you're going to be laying this down. And if it does get in your hair, you can just rinse it out. It's okay. Now you're going to take your scissors and cut the plaster wrap into strips. You can use bigger strips for less detail, smaller for more. You're going to wet it under the sink and take your thumb or your fingers and make sure that each of the little holes is filled. This makes it to where it will stick to each other and it'll be a smoother experience, believe me. Take the strips that you just cut up and wet down and start forming them to your facial features, giving the mask a little bit more detail and smoothing it out with your fingers. Here I just made myself a little bit of an eyebrow piece, and this just gives it a little bit more of a human-like expression. You do not have to do this part. Okay, and just make sure that you wet everything down, smooth it out. You're going to need to do as many strips as you want until you're comfortable with the thickness and the texture. Take some water on your fingers, wet it down, smooth it out, let it dry. Now here's the fun part. Making faces to loosen the mask. I look so creepy in some parts of this, but you're going to want to just move your face as much as you can. Try not to be too violent. If you start feeling it yanking, just please be gentle on your skin. It will come off. There you go. I just painted mine silver, and that's what it looks like, finished product. Part 2 is the beauty makeup. What you're going to want to do is prime your face, then just use your regular foundation and do it as normal. Then take a light pink blush and put it on your cheeks. Next, I did my contour a little bit darker and heavier than normal because you're supposed to have more of like a dark, almost like Tim Burton-esque complexion hiding down in the bottom of an opera house away from the sunlight. And then I just do my eyebrows exactly how I do normally. There's no exact science to this, so just do yours how you do yours. Next, you're going to prime your eyelids, and then we're going to take a light color and put it along your outer eye area for your transition. Then taking a slightly darker ashy brown color, you're going to put that in your crease. And then I'm taking a darker color than that, just a few shades darker, and putting it all over the lid. Then I'm taking a charcoal shade and putting it on the inner and outer corners. And this will help to give the eyeshadow shape that we want. Next, I'm taking this red, coppery, bronzy type shade and putting it all over the center of the lid. This gives it a little bit of a pop of color. I'm also going to blend that out. Then I'm taking a matching pigment that I have just to give it more of a metallic shine and a little bit of a bigger pop of color all over the lid. And then I'm going to blend that out as well. Line your waterline, make exorcist faces. Put that same red color along the inner portion of your lower lash line. And then take that same charcoal gray and put it on the outer part. Time to do your lashes with your favorite mascara. Make sure to get your bottom because this helps open up your eyes. I did a nice line on top because I'm going to be applying false lashes. And it doesn't have to be too thick either. And then Put on your glue, put on the lashes. Now here's my favorite part, the special effects makeup. You're going to want to take an eyeliner and just line around the outside of the mask, and then coat the entire area in it with the petroleum jelly. You're going to lay down a layer of latex and add cotton and latex as you see fit in layers. It's a very, very messy process, and whatever brushes you use, it will ruin, so don't use one you like. Add a little bit more as you see fit. Coat all of that in another layer of latex. Let it dry and you can start picking. Here I'm just picking areas where I want there to be an open wound. I'm taking a little detail brush and starting to do some shading all around the outline that I did. I changed a little bit of the area just to make sure that I would be on the safe side so it didn't show through the mask. Here I'm taking the same dark brown color that I used for the shading and starting to shade the entire piece, helping it look a little bit more 3D, creating shadows, making it look a little bit more realistic. Make sure you fill in your skin folds. I'm taking this yellow to create a diseased / bruising effect on the skin. Again, just where you see fit. I'm taking some fake blood on a cotton swab and putting that in each of the wounds. Then I'm taking that same brush and just making it look like my eye is sticking out a little bit more. Then blending everything in. I got a little bit of the petroleum jelly right under that area of my eye. Taking the petroleum jelly, speak of the devil, on a cotton swab and putting it into the wounds to give it a wet, pussy kind of effect. And then I'm just taking that same brush and shading, trying to make sure that everything blends a little bit better into my skin. Taking a white eyeliner pencil and creating some highlights by just running it all over and blending it out a little bit with my fingers. I'm also taking some greens and purples and more browns to help try to fade it and blend it into my skin. I took a little bit of my foundation and put it on to give it a little bit more of that realistic skin tone effect. Still trying to fill in that area. Again, using my foundation to help blend it into my skin. Then I'm taking just a regular fluffy brush and taking some of the browns and a little bit of the purples and the greens and blending it into my hairline and down my jaw. Then a little bit more around the eye to help the overall effect. Sorry for my stutters. And we're done. This is what it looks like, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I absolutely loved it. And there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna have to do some more stuff like this because this is fun. I really enjoyed this one. I really hope that you guys liked it. I really do. I worked really hard on this one. I kept trying to do the beauty makeup repeatedly, and I kept thinking that I was being a little bit too safe with it, but I think I shall go now. Bye-bye.